Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video. I'm hoping you're all doing fine and keeping safe. Thank you so much for tuning back into this channel. In case you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell so that you're always notified whenever I'm uploading a new video. Click on the like button if you watch this video to the end and like it, and also share this video out to your friends and family. And in case you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back, and I'm hoping you're going to watch this video up to the end. It's informative. On today's topic, it's about the things I wish I knew earlier in my 20s. Well, for me, it's not too late. I could still get to learn them, and you can also place it as things you can learn in your early 20s, and also things that you can still learn, things that you should know in your 20s. So it's still practical. If you're within your 20s, then better for you. I hope you watch this video to the end. In case you'll have any questions, I'm open to them. In case you'll have any comments, you could also share them with me, and let's engage on the comment section. I will link everything that you'll need from here, if there'll be any, and I would really appreciate if you comment on this video down below after this. So stay tuned and watch this video. One thing about being in your 20s is that you'll realize that life is moving very fast. Well, this can still depend on individuals, but of course at some point you feel like life is moving too fast. At times you don't know what to do, and this is the point where you realize that things that you also learn from experience. And also, most of us in our 20s is when we now begin to start to understand the meaning of paying bills, the meaning of being responsible, the meaning of taking care of our finances, and things like those. So on today's video, we want to check on the things that we have learned, things that we have actually done when we are in our 20s, and things that we can still perfect while we are at it. So I'm hoping you stay tuned to the few tips that I'll give and to the few points that I'll give, and I'm hoping that this is going to change one or two. Point number one is that the past cannot be changed. Human beings, we do so many things, and we come to realize that with time we come to regret. And also with time, as you grow, you realize you're getting wiser. So you look back at the things you've done in your past and wonder, what did I do? Why was I doing this? So I'm here to let you know that you cannot change the past, whether good or bad. It happened, that's it, and it stays there. That's why it's called the past. It's past, and it's good that we have a past because we still learn from that, and you're able to become better people now and also in the future. So what is in the past, let it stay there. Learn how to perfect that. Learn how to perfect the mistakes. Learn how to get back to that good that you were in your past if you were good, and just see how you can incorporate that in your today life and in the future life. Point number two is that your opinions don't define your reality. We know ourselves, and we know ourselves better than we know anyone else. So let's not any opinion try to define who you are or try to define your reality. There's so many things that people can say, and people are different. You're not like your friend, you're not like your sister, you're not like your brother, you're just yourself. So whatever you think is good with you and comfortable with you, that's who you are. Then just do that. Whatever opinions come, there could be 2 or 3 people with the same opinions about you. It has nothing to do with you. It has totally nothing to do with your life. So understand that opinions don't define your reality. You're not there. You're not any of that. You are who you are. You are who you make yourself be. And especially what you perceive in your mind is what makes you what you are, not opinions. You know yourself better. Point number 3 is that everyone's journey is different. I really like to talk about this because everyone's journey is different. And this is one thing that most of us, or probably all of us in our 20s, whether now or somewhere in our 20s, somewhere in between there, we had to compare our lives to some people's lives. You measure your success by looking at what other people are doing. You measure where you have come from, and you don't see where you're going to. You don't want to put more effort to do or to get where you want to get to. You just want to compare yourselves with other people. Just understand that everyone has their own timing. Timings are different. God does that at his own perfect time, and our journeys are not the same. There are people who succeed earlier than us. There are people who are succeeding now, and there are people who will succeed in the future. So you just trust in God, pray, work hard, and wait for your time of success. Our journeys are different. People are different as well. So take it easy on yourself. Don't pressure yourself in life. Watch and learn, work hard, pray, And with no time, you will get there. You're still on a journey. It probably hasn't begun, or it has begun, and or it will begin. So take your time, believe in yourself, trust in what you do, trust in God. Everything will be fine. Journeys are not the same. Point number 4, in this life, have money. Being in your 20s means that you have to do a lot. There are things you're dealing with a lot. Your routine changes, and there are things that you do concurrently. So you realize that most times you want to pamper yourself, especially when you want to give thanks to yourself. And this is when I even realized that even in people who have their birthdays around their 20s, they always want to do something better around that time. They always want to appreciate themselves in a much, much better way. That is only possible with money, right? That is only possible with money. And again, still under this point, this is where you can actually get to do everything you want to do for yourself. You have to do everything that you need to do for yourself. Take up something that you haven't taken for yourself. Don't take life too seriously. You need a break, and you need that. And once you need a break, you need to do something sustainable. You need to do something important. You want to make memories and make everything wonderful. So if you have money, you'll be able to do that. A good example is you have time, you get time to yourself. And when you have money, you can decide, well, I've never been on a flight before, so why not book a plane today, and let me just book this flight and go to wherever. Let me just take up this vacation today and go to wherever. I have friends, we're planning this, let's just get together and go. Let's just celebrate this, let's have a moment. And for most of these things to happen, you need to have the money. And you know how money comes, right? We work hard to get this money. We work extra hard to get more money, and we work extra hard to get more money. So we actually know how we're going to get money. We actually know what to do to get the money, right? We have different passions, we have different paths, people are different. So whatever sits right with you, whatever you enjoy doing most, do it. Earn your money. Do whatever you want to do. When you have money, there's nothing you cannot do, right? When you have money, you can still buy happiness, right? So have money in your 20s. On point number 5, decide which friends are here to stay. We all meet friends at some point in our lives. We all have friends. And with time, you realize there are people who have long-lasting friendships. You can be with friends for years. You can be with friends for months. And since you people are friends, you already know each and every person. You already know their likes. You already know whether you guys are compatible. And you can define for yourselves and choose who can stay, who cannot stay, who are toxic, who aren't toxic. In other words, are there friends? Are they friends who help you? Are they friends who love you? Are they friends who enjoy your company? Just define which friends to stay, because this could actually make or break your life and your time. So make sure you select your friends wisely. Make sure you know the type of friends you have, and make sure that even with these friends, whatever they do are also somewhatly in a way aligned to what you're doing. Most especially, have friends that make you fly. Have friends that make you have 100% positivity all the way. Make friends with successful people. Make friends with people with the best advice. That means make friends with at least 2 or 3 people who are 2 or 3 years older than you. That way you'll get wiser. And of course, positive friends. Get friends you can always learn from, and your gut feeling is your number 1 answer. Whenever you're in doubt, your gut will always tell you. Most times we try and ignore our guts, and eventually at the end we realize that we were right. So trust your gut, especially when it comes to friends, and you'll never go wrong. You know what you want at this time of your age. For example, I need peace. So I cannot have toxic friends. I need abundant peace in my life. So for one, I know if I have peaceful friends, that's where I'm supposed to stick to. So you know what you want in the circle of friends that you have, and you know the kind of friends that you need to let go. So in your 20s, please, let's avoid these mistakes and make the right choices for ourselves. I lost count on my points, but either way we move. So the next point is learn to live with people. Be kind. People are different, and we understand that we are not the same. People have different likes, people have different backgrounds. People grow up in their childhood differently. There are those who go through different things in their upbringing. So be kind to people, be patient, understand people, listen to people. Make time for those people and let them feel that they're also loved. Let them feel that they also belong to the circle. So let's learn to to treat people well. Let's learn to be kind. Let's learn to be patient. Let's learn how to live with other humans. In our 20s, in our busy lives, we do so many things, we forget so many things, we go through very many things, some good, some bad. We fall into depression sometimes, we go into mental breakdowns at times, we need therapy sometimes, our schedule, work, and everything else get on our way. We have so many things to deal with, and because of these, most times we forget to take care of our parents, we forget to even call them, we forget to even check on our grandparents, which is actually one of the meanest things ever, probably that we know of and probably that we do not know. And I feel that in our 20s we should try to correct this. I being a victim of that, I just feel that we should not. This is going to make parents and grandparents actually feel like they are being neglected. They'll feel like that we feel a certain way towards them. But if we always have time, if you always make time to spend with them, just spending time, even if it's a few hours, or giving them a call if they're far away, just wanting to find out how they're doing, if they're keeping up well, trying to pamper them, probably with sending them something, buying them something, and that will really, really go a long way. Either way, we still need their blessings to even go miles and miles further into our succession in life. And this is something I think all of us forget to do, especially in our 20s. Not willingly, but these are things that we find ourselves doing oftentimes. And we always remember, and it's a good thing that sometimes you're reminded by them when you hear a parent talk that my children don't care about me, my children don't even, the moment you start getting those complaints, I think that's the point it really gets to your head. It's a good reminder to us that sometimes we need to sit down and reflect on that. But either way, are we supposed to wait for them to first mention? Are we supposed to wait for them to first complain? So let's just try and be able to be all-rounded, take care of our parents, take care of our grandparents, and have time with them. They're probably way cooler than we think they are. And with that, we get so many blessings, and our lives open up, our ways open up, less stress, and we just find ourselves flourishing. Whether you believe that or not, it is the truth. So make time for parents, make time for grandparents. Call them when they're not close by. Make time for them. It will not hurt. And it only takes a few hours or minutes. Next point is make your weekends useful. I personally appreciate the weekends because I do so many things. On the few weekends that I just sit and relax and think I need time to myself, I feel like I waste a whole day. I feel like I have wasted an entire time. So for me during the weekends, I prefer to either take up a new recipe and cook. I prefer to probably read a new book. I prefer to, okay, watching a movie is also something, but to me that feels like passing time. It feels like wastage of time. To me, it feels like wastage of time sometimes. And on the days that I feel that I'm not in the mood to do anything, I think that's when I consider the movie part, which really goes a long way. It's still something. But I prefer making YouTube videos. I prefer learning tips from other people. I prefer understanding things also from the YouTube channels that I watch. We watch inspirational movies. Just take up something useful, especially for the recipes. Make sure you do something useful over the weekends, not to just sit. At least learn something new. At least learn something new. Even if it's not every day, for the weekends, make an effort to be doing that during the weekend. I really hope this helps. Next point is take care of your body. I fall victim to this. We are supposed to take care of our bodies, and that should be like point number one, I think. And by taking care of our bodies, that's, I think, the major part, because we take care of our bodies in different ways. I can say I take care of my body because I love skincare, so I make sure that I take care of my body. I take care of my skin, facial, I take care of my whole body. I love skincare, so I know I do that so many times. I love the fact that I do, but still under that same point, by taking care of the body, it also means that you're supposed to engage in exercises. Do we do that? How many of us engage in exercises? I don't remember the last time I worked out, to be honest. And yet there are certain foods that I love to eat, certain recipes that I love to try out, but either way you eat and you feel sometimes guilty depending on the type of food you're having. Exercise is very essential, but I do not even remember the last time I worked out. So by taking care of our bodies in our 20s, that actually involves both skincare, of course. You can have a routine, come up with a routine. Also, men have a skincare routine. So that is still taking care of our bodies. I mean, it's your body. Why not take care of it? 20s is actually the perfect time to start doing this, and to also make sure that we work out. And working out is the most important exercise you can do to your body. I think I'm going to start up a gym class. I've been singing this song for the longest time ever. I need to keep fit. I need to tone my body. I've always promised myself this, but life happens, time passes, then there is nothing. And also, let's learn to take in a lot of water. Even if we don't diet, let's make sure that in as much as we eat other foods, let's also try to incorporate foods that are highly nutritional to our bodies and that are also good and healthy foods to us. Invest in your people. I can say while I was growing up, I never used to enjoy staying around very many people. I did not like that, but with time, as I grew up, I realized that I need more friends, and I find myself talking to very many people. I make very many friends, which is something good to me, because in that process, I have been able to learn so many things. Well, in the same way, in the same aspect, we're actually supposed to invest in people. Invest in important people. At least buy something nice for someone. Let them feel special for once. You never know, they might be the ones to bail you out of a problem next time. Try and just be good. That is a way of returning kindness. Just do something good for no particular reason. Trust me, the universe takes that and gets it back to you probably twice as much. So make sure you try and invest in people. Last point is be the coolest auntie or uncle possible. Right. Let me tell you, where I am now, I visit places where there are kids, relatives who have kids, and those kids would always come to me as auntie, auntie, auntie. When it gets to that, it's actually telling you something, that you're probably an auntie. They see you as an auntie. So please make sure, even when you go to family functions and find children there who call me, I don't know why, it has gotten to the point where, well, before it wasn't like that, but I have gotten, I think, probably to the point or to the age where I visit places, I show up in functions, I go to family functions, and those children call me auntie. They just run to me and call me auntie. So I try and be very nice to them, considering that I very much love kids. I'm passionate about kids, cute kids, by the way. So they run to be calling me auntie, auntie, auntie. So I do my best, and when I have a chance, I get them sweets or biscuits just first time to make them feel happy. And yes, I think I'm a cool aunt. So make sure you can be the coolest auntie or uncle possible in the way that you know you can try to be. It goes a long way. Trust me, it goes a long way. Those are the things that you should do in your 20s. If you've watched this video up to this point, guys, thank you so very much. Thank you so much. I would love to know which point really hit you hard. Which is your favorite point? What point have I mentioned here that you've actually done in your 20s? And in case I've forgotten to put anything, these are not everything you're supposed to do in your 20s. They are just but a bit, just some of the things that you should do in your 20s and that you can still continue to do in your 20s. It's never too late. We learn a lot, especially from experience. And we also take up new things. We actually take up new points. We learn them. And I am not a professional, and these are just things that I'm saying from my opinion, my own point of view, from my experiences, and from what I have done so far. So in case you feel like there's something I've said that doesn't probably sit well with you or you disagree with, it's still fine, and I can still know on the comment section. That's why we have the comment section. Actually, I'll always be there, and you can share this. Thank you so much for watching up to this point, guys. And before we close this off, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Trust me, you'll not regret. And thank you so much, guys. Until next time, have a nice time. Bye.